and greetings from Craters of the Moon in Idaho. It's like you walked off into a different planet. It's so cool. So this is my first time in Idaho, my very first day here. It's actually evening now by the time I pulled in. I just drove over from Grand Teton National Park. I'm gonna try to get back on the sidewalk. And the minute I pulled into this place, I was like, where am I? It's so neat. This is the visitor center. You know I went in and bought some stickers, as I do. I mean, what? Check this out. This is what it looks like from space. How neat is that? So it looks like it was set aside as a national monument in 1924, originally. And then the boundaries was only 39 square miles, and then the boundaries were in 2000 expanded to 750,000 acres. Wow. This is really neat. It's not like huge trails or anything, but there is a cave I got a special permit to go into. So just one night camping here. I'm going to explore in the morning because I think I'm just gonna take it easy now. I'm gonna take it down to the campsite now. It's a very packed campsite. I think I got a really nice spot for me, and you camp, I mean, you can kind of see the RVs and stuff. You camp right in the rocks. It's so cool. So this is basically, from what I can understand, a volcanic area that last erupted 2,000 years ago. And so it's a very distinct part of the landscape because it's such a recent explosion, right? Is that what we call them? Volcanic explosion. And there's some really interesting lava flow to see. That's what all the hikes are kind of centered around. And you can even go into a cave, which was formed by the lava flow. And we're gonna do that tomorrow. But tonight we're gonna camp. I'll show you the whole setup and the stickers and everything when we get back down to the campsite. Yeah, folks are really nice here. The staff's been super helpful. And met some friendly campers already who live not too far from where I live at home. And, you know, it's a small world. You just gotta talk to people, you know? Anyway, we're gonna explore this beauty more tomorrow. Like I said, it's beautiful weather for August, for being in the middle of, it's not quite desert. I would call it more like prairie. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it is my first day here for real. I would say it's like, what is it, 70 degrees? Feels like it, about 70. A slight breeze and some cloud cover. Could be really hot, but it's not, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm excited to explore. Okay, so here's my campsite. I picked essentially one of the first ones because it was the most flat, and at the time, somewhat shaded, which all of the rest of them weren't. You can kind of get a sense of the landscape a little bit closer up here. It's just so cool. And the campsite kind of weaves in and out through these rocks a bit. Beyond there, there's a bathroom right there, which I think is probably the closest one to me. I think they're just pit toilets, nothing fancy. But I don't need anything fancy, luckily. So they are first come, first serve, and it's, I think it's $15, and there's a discount if you have a pass, like an America the Beautiful pass. Pretty simple, pretty standard campsite. Parking pad, there's this little grill box here, and up here is a picnic table, which is real nice. And you can just kind of get a sense of, I mean, everything's kind of close together, but, you know, it's fine. It's just such a unique place to stay. And, yeah, I mean, just check out these rocks, though. It's like, they're so cool. I spent some time in the visitor center. They had a little film about volcanic formations and some other interesting information about the different animals and plants that grow here and all of that. So there's definitely things to explore in that way. I think I might just go check out the bathroom situation just so I can figure out which was the best one for me and make sure I understand the facilities better. But I checked in right there. That park ranger was super friendly, real nice. And yeah, just like a really nice spot. So I love that I have a little tree here. You could definitely pitch a tent. There's a nice flat space for that there. And I got everything I need in my little car, so that's where I will spend the night. I think think I'm gonna be very comfortable though. So this bathroom setup right here, this looks like pit toilet sort of thing. So let's go take a look. Yeah, that would be your pretty standard pit toilet, but it's super clean. Wow, it's sparkling clean. Really nice actually. And then not too far from that, there's this one. Let's take a look. These are flushable toilets. So there's that, and a sink. And that's not too far. So I'll probably use this when I just wanna brush my teeth at night, but really nice, very clean. I will say the facilities are sparkling. As usual, back of the car. I just spent the last, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes getting organized. Because when I flip-flop between staying in a place and then coming back to the car, there's just some unpacking and resettling, and I also want to get ready for tomorrow. So I'm charging things. Got my Jackery still going strong. Phone, backup batteries today. Everything else is pretty well charged. So I charged at the lodge last night. I wanted to show you the things that I bought at the visitor center. I got 2 stickers because why only get one? And I also got this matching postcard. The postcards I'm planning on using mostly for like memory keeping purposes. You know, I'm filtering water. I'm pretty sure there's a water tap somewhere here. I gotta find it. And then tomorrow, so the hikes here are they're not like super long hikes. You do need a free permit to go into the cave. They're just trying to protect their bat colony from other diseases. So that's pretty easy as long as you haven't worn any of the clothing that you're going to wear in the cave. In another cave, you're fine. It's 6:30. I'm going to set the scene for you. Still charging things. Water's still filtering. Got smorgasbord for dinner. Hummus and carrots. Guacamole and chips. Kombucha. I had a really big breakfast and a very nice lunch, so that's kind of how that played out. I set up my little chair, gonna read my book. Look at this view, right? Pretty sweet. For being a pretty packed campsite, it's fairly quiet, so I'll take it. It is taking me so long to read this book here, because it's just so packed. It's like a dense food for thought. We'll call it that. I'm enjoying it, but I can only do a little bit at a time because it's just like intense. Anyway, bon appetit. It's lovely out. It's really lovely. I think I lucked out with the weather here. I've just been sat here kind of watching the sunset. It's been really nice. I've read so much in the last few days. I find I don't make much time to read when I'm at home doing all my home things. And I do make more time for it, especially lately when I'm traveling, and I really enjoy that. And it's been nice to watch the sunset at the same time. I finished my snack smorgasbord dinner and finished that book actually, and brewed a cup of tea, and now just kind of tucked everything back in my car because it's gonna get dark soon, but I left the hatch open so I can watch the sunset remain. And I've just been thinking about what I like so much about campsites like this. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, especially if you watch like true road lifers. They don't generally, at least the ones that post about it publicly, don't love paying for campsites out of principle, I think, but also they just don't love the proximity of campsites. But sometimes I really like it because it feels almost like a little community. I mean, I don't know any of these people. I've had some pleasant passing conversations, but I love seeing all the different setups. It's almost like looking into somebody's house, but it's like socially acceptable. Do you know what I mean? Not like that everybody's coming around looking in each other's tent or car or van or RV or whatever, but it's kind of all out on display more or less. And it's just such a hodgepodge of people and families and relationships and solo travelers, and just, I don't know. I feel, and I'm sure, this isn't everybody's experience, but I know I'm not alone, that I just feel very disconnected from community in my at-home life. I mean, I have obviously my children, and I have my family community, and my folks don't live far, and my brother's family doesn't live so far, and we stay in pretty good touch. But I mean, just like neighborly community. I know my neighbors, but we don't hang out. And I'm just introverted and awkward socially sometimes, a lot of the time. So I don't like go out of my way to make community. And when I'm traveling, I find myself so much more outgoing, even if it's just like a 1 minute or less conversation with somebody on a campsite, at a restaurant, on the street even, at a hotel, like wherever. I just find myself more outgoing. I don't know if it's because the stakes are lower, because it's not like I'm probably ever going to see these people ever again. Maybe that's it. Takes some of the pressure off. But I really like campsites. I'm learning this more and more. There's something magical, is that a word? Magical about wild camping. I'm just always a little bit nervous about it. I think because I just don't do it very often. Those aforementioned road lifers who do it all the time, I think they just, it's like anything with practice. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. And I just don't, I'm just not traveling enough to do that. I know it seems from my videos that I'm always traveling, but you're looking at a handful of days, if that, in one video, and those are spaced, you know, by sometimes a whole month between trips. So I'm home a lot more than you think. But yeah, I don't remember what my point was with this. There was a point. I don't remember what it was. I think the point is, oh yeah, talking about campsites, I just feel more secure, especially when it's such a well-staffed and well-maintained campsite. And also, it just feels a little bit like community. And it's fleeting, but it's like, I know that if I was in a pinch, I could ask any of these people here. And probably 98% of them would be willing to help me with whatever it is. And that's a really nice feeling, especially for somebody who is a self-proclaimed hermit, you know? It's not that I don't need or want human connection and community. It just feels harder to access for whatever reason. I'm having a really nice night here. Oh, now we're gonna look at the sunset, okay? It just keeps getting prettier. Okay, you guys, it's like closing in on 10 o'clock and I'm turning in. Just used the facilities, hopefully for the last time. I drank that whole kombucha and the big cup of tea. You know, you do what you do. So, lock in for the night. And, yeah, that's it. You can tell we're in an area with a lot of caves because there's a lot of bats out and about, which I think is really cool. And I feel real nice and cozy in here. There's still people looking for campsites, which I think is just a little bit nutty. I'm pretty sure it's full up now. But, yeah, looking forward to some sleep, and I will see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Look at this. How neat is this? Oh my goodness. This is why they call it Craters of the Moon. I read in the visitor center that it's been growing a lot of vegetation. So it used to look more like this, and now there's a lot more like fuzzy little hills and, you know, like things like that. But it's so neat to see. I saw lava fields in Hawaii, but this looks different. This is like, those were smoother. I forget what they call them now. There's like Hawaiian names for the different types of lava flow. This is like the smooth part here, but there's a lot of it here that's this like crumbly part. And I think that's why it's called Craters of the Moon, because it kind of looks like that. And then also the splatter cones, that's what those like little mountains are. When the lava flow is ending, apparently it kind of ends in a splatter cone. So it makes those little cone situations. Cool. All right, good morning. I had a really good night's sleep. It was so quiet, that campsite. For being so full and close together, it really was quiet. It was a really good night. And now, I wanted to come to the caves first. I'm going to drive around and do all the other little shootout trails, but I wanted to do this first. So we're gonna, because it gets the most crowded. So Caves Trail, it's only like less than a mile. I think the Dewdrop Cave is closed, but the Indian Tunnel is open. I'm pretty sure I can't do all but one if it's as it says. I do have my permit. Permit is required, and I'm ready to go. I'm just gonna read this real fast so I know what I'm getting into, just to be sure I have a flashlight and a headlamp. My little fanny pack on. It's not little, it's a big fanny pack. Lava tubes, yes, I knew that. All right, well, we won't linger too long, but it's an easy trail, so. Okay, this is what it looks like on this beautiful morning. This is what I mean by the crumbly lava. I think it's I don't know how to pronounce it in Hawaiian. I watched the video at the visitor center. It's just like, it's so cool looking. My goodness. An informational placard. Y'all know how much I love a good sign. The small openings in front of you are lava tubes. Like so. Lava rivers become lava tubes when the exterior of a flow cools, allowing hot, fluid lava to continue to flow beneath the surface. This photo from Hawaii shows a modern example of a lava tube in formation. And this is how the caves are formed. The blue dragon lava flow that you're now standing on traveled a total distance of 18 miles when it flowed from its source at the spatter cones approximately 2,000 years ago. That's confusing. I thought they said the cones are where they end. Okay, apparently not. That's where it begins. All right, onward. Okay, this is Dewdrop Cave. Honestly, you guys, I'm not going in that without anybody else here, because that doesn't seem safe to me. We'll check out the Indian Tunnel. It's up a bit. We can walk down a little bit. I think I'm allowed to step here. Whoa. Wow. It seems rather crumbled in. Yeah. But, okay, cool to see. Let's keep going. And this is what it says. Falling rocks, unstable footing, low ceilings, dark areas. Cool, look at that. You can really see how the lava flowed on that wall. That's neat. Ooh. You know, it's just nature, right? Ooh, more signs. Okay, here, let's see. Collapse, a lava tube's destiny. The large holes on each side of the trail were once lava tubes. The hot, soft roof of the tube in front of you slumps like a souffle. Oh, okay. The tube behind you collapsed after cooling, shattering like peanut brittle. No major collapse has been recorded since the monument was established in 1924. Anybody else feel like they're on a different planet? Like if you just don't look at the paved sidewalk, on a different planet. Look at this pit opening. You guys, this is so neat. I know the camera's not going to do it justice at all, but it's really cool. Wow. Okay, this looks a bit more like I can go in a little bit. Entrance, you are here. Exit, oh, you go all the way through? Really? Okay, well, we'll see. Yo, you guys. I think this looks okay. There's like holes in the ceiling I can see. I'm like a little scared. I thought there'd be a couple other people here. Maybe I came too early. Whoa, this is cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my phone away because I'm gonna need my hands to get down into here. Definitely go this way, but there's like lots of little, oh, it's so neat how you can see where the lava flowed. And they talked about the like drips on the top, but that's just how hot it was. Those drip formations. I am in the cave. I feel much better that it's like a holy cave. This is so cool. Look. Hold on. Cave ceiling. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Hold on. Look at this. We're going that way. So there's a bit of a dark corner there. I'm just gonna pull out my flashlight. I don't think I really need my headlamp. Let's see if we can illuminate this situation a little. Let there be light. My goodness, this is just, whoa. This is just so neat. And there's a bit of a path, like you can tell, it's where people walk. Can you hear the dripping? There's a little bit of moisture. They said, the ranger said there's really no bats in this one because it's so trafficked, you know, highly trafficked by people. But, oh, it's so cool. I love the, like, sorry about the area. I love the openings, too. Really neat. Made it up the little boulder area with the, like, shelves. So cool. I really kind of want to get out, but I'm still going. Yeah, I found the end. Really wasn't very far from where I was standing. Sorry, it's all blown out. This was neat, though. Really neat. I enjoyed it. I got like a little freaked out, but it's okay. I don't think I need the flashlight anymore. I'm so glad I did this. You know, it's one of those things where it's like a little afraid, but didn't feel like I shouldn't do it. Listen to your gut. All right, let's get out. You just come right out of a hole, and then you follow some markers back to the trail. Just popped right out of this hole. Just walking right on a lava field. No big deal. Following the markers. It's so peaceful out. I actually am happy I came early. It's so peaceful. And that was short. I know I sounded like I got a little freaked out, but you know, I normally wouldn't go into a cave by myself, but I know this is such like a well-trafficked one and, you know, pretty safe. So, yeah. I honestly did think there would be other people here. It's not that early, guys. It's like 7:45. Wake up, people! Here you can see the line of markers heading back to the trail. So cool, you guys. What a neat thing to do. I love this. Yo, I'm still the only one in the parking lot. It's like 8:15. I don't know. Where is everybody? This is so cool. How could they not come see this? All right, friends, we're gonna do this trail. This is really the only other trail I'm doing. It's a 3.5 mile out and back, and it takes me all the way to the spatter and the snow cone that we drove past, and then I'll probably leave after that. But yeah, I'm gonna do it out and back because I have no way of getting my car back there otherwise. Beautiful morning. Let's go hit it. All right, you can see the campsite now. The highway traffic picked up, so the trucks are kind of loud, but I didn't hear them at all overnight. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. Look at this landscape. It's just so neat. This is what the trail looks like so far. I think it's pretty much gonna look like this the whole way. Very mild. Bit of a small incline, just if you're curious, but nothing severe. I'm wondering what we call this. Like, what category of landscape is this area? This, obviously we're on the lava field, but I mean just this, is this even central Idaho? I'm not really sure. I haven't, correct me if I'm wrong, because I probably am. But I want to call it prairie, but there's like little mountains every so often. So does that still qualify as prairie? Anybody? I'm curious. It's not really desert. I wouldn't call it, I don't think it's desert. Although it definitely is arid. You know, like dry and cool at night. Curious people want to know. Let us know. Idahoans. I'm sure I did not say that right. What is this? It's beautiful, whatever it is. Oh, there's another pretty view. 360 pretty views. Look at this how strange the rocks look. It's just so cool. I know I keep saying that. It's like the word of the video is cool. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's beautiful. It's all those things too, but I just think this is like the neatest thing. I love this. Well, my friends, it got cooler. Look at this. Look at this. So now, don't ask me why I didn't put this together before. This is part of the crater. North Crater Trail. She's so smart. Anyway, Yeah, I like it. There's a little cave right there. I think somebody lives in there. You know what else I really like about this area? I don't feel like I'm going to encounter wildlife that I'm afraid of. I had my mama moose and baby moose encounter in 2020. I haven't shared that footage. I do have footage of it. It was fine, obviously. Word tells tale. These are all unintentional. I never want to come in close proximity to these animals. And then, most recently, not but 2 days ago, I had my, was that yesterday? That was yesterday. Oh my gosh, these days feel so long. I had my mama bear and baby bears encounter. I don't really feel a need to have any more close encounters with scary wildlife. From afar, sure. Maybe not bears. I don't need to see bears from afar. Moose, sure. I've seen lots of moose from afar too. Just happened to get on a trail between a mama and a baby moose in Utah in 2020. Unintentionally. It was fine. It was okay. It's not the spot you want to be. Anyway, I don't feel scared. So that's good. I mean, here. I don't think there's any moose or bears here. Whew. Look, it just came across over that ridge, and now you can see some of the lava flow. Guys, this is not a technical trail at all, but it does have some up and down. So maybe that on the easy side of moderate. Just got a little elevation gain to it. It's all right though, you know. Gotta get the blood pumping. Look at that tree. You know I love a good old random tree in the middle of a lava field. We found some trail flowers. Look at that backdrop. Pretty sweet. Another neat old rock formation. Just boop, sticking right out of the lava field. Oh, this is fun. Get to walk on the lava field, kind of like when we came out of the cave. You just follow the stakes to make sure you're, disturbing as little as possible the natural landscape. Oh, I love it. Check this out. Neato. Guys, I love this trail. It's so cool. It's so dynamic. Check this out. We walk under the cool tree. Oh. Very neat. Ooh. These are real big. That must be the other part of it. Struck by lightning, maybe. Many years ago. Who knows? Okay, now we're kind of in this part of the trail. It's a bit more vegetation. I really like that it's been 2,000 years, right, since it erupted, but I like that it's kind of reforesting. They do say it will erupt again in several 100,000 years or something like that. Yeah. So we got time. All right, you guys. Oh, my goodness. Feels very cratery around here. You know what I mean? Whoa, we just went up a huge incline. And according to my trail map, the next, whatever this is, it's called Big Craters. And it sits at 5,900 feet elevation. So we're not like super high up here, but it does have some elevation to it. Whoa. Oh, the morning light is gonna not do this justice, but it's pretty cratery. Hold on. All right, trail's gonna go up that ridge there. Look at this. I'm sorry, the light is not doing me any favors. It's so neat. Oh, I love it. This is such a cool trail. It's just perfect out. It's like the most beautiful weather. It's a slight breeze. It's not cold, but it's not hot. On here, I think you can see it a little bit better from this angle with the light. Dude, that's deep. There's a little trail that goes down there. I'm not going down there, but so cool. Okay, we made it to a paved portion, and now we're approaching straight ahead. You can see those are the spatter cones. One One of them's called something else. I have to look at my little, oh, don't I have that with me? My little paper map? I do. Right, 2 spatter cones and 1 snow cone. I don't know how we tell the difference. Snow cone seems to be the one that's closest to us. And that's where we turn around and go back. So let's get closer. Have a look-see. They are really cool to look at. Is that part open? Might walk over there and see. Look at this. Somebody's hat. Yo, is that snow? That's snow. What? How is there snow down there? All right, here's some information. These miniature volcanoes formed when blobs of molten lava were lobbed into the air during the last gasp of an eruption sequence. See, I was right. That ended about 2,100 years ago. This image shows a close-up view of this material known as spatter. Cool. Okay, you can't see the bottom of this one, but you can see like the spatter effect of the rock on the side. So cool. Yeah, this is so neat. That's the turnaround point for this trail. Just about 2 miles. I went slow because I film and take photos, so it's been an hour. I probably won't film much on the way back unless it's like a different vantage point to show you, but I'm just gonna do the 2 miles back, and this has just been so fun. This has really blown me away. I don't really have expectations for this, but blown away. Just, you have to come. It's so cool. It seems so unassuming, but it's so cool to think that 2,100 years ago, this was erupting, and now we're just walking on it. Like, no big deal. It's so cool. And the vastness of the landscape. Y'all know I love that. Wide open spaces. Don't laugh at me. It took me that long to figure out why it's called snow cone. It's got the snow in it. Okay, moving on. Okay, I'm gonna show you the lava field that we walk over from this vantage point. So cool. Guys, this is, can we say, do we have a cool counter going? What are we up to, like 518? Alright, you guys, it only took me 44 minutes to walk back. So that's because I wasn't filming. Say my elevation gain, almost at that, like 940 up, 940 down. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, really nice one. So it took me just under 2 hours, right? An hour and 44 minutes. Not sure I've shown you this. This is my latest pack. You guys, I have so many. I have a running hydration vest, a smaller hiking pack, a larger hiking pack, my regular backpack that travels, my carry-on backpack that travels back and forth with me. And then now this. I bought this for $29.29, but just to have in general. It's from REI. It's like one of their brand things, and I got it during their sale for a pretty good price. It's very roomy. It's very comfortable. The hip belt is very padded and nice. There's this zipper pocket that goes right up against your waist. I can fit my whole big old water bottle in one side, my phone in the other, or a camera, or whatever. It's got this little zip mesh pocket up here. A couple of built-in pockets, a key fob, nice, I could stuff a whole, like, small jacket in there if I wanted. I just have some snacks. The only thing I didn't have that I need to put together for this pack specifically is like a little first aid kit. This is when I'm going out for like very short hikes where I'm not worried about like getting lost really or anything like that. I still bring my Garmin and everything for safety. I've got my chapstick and a wiping cloth there. It's really comfortable, and you can see you can like put things to it. Like I could roll up a jacket and put it on these little I don't know what to call this, ties at the bottom. It's nice, I like it. Alright, this is our last pit stop before we head out. Literally, pit stop. Just went to the bathroom there. This is called Devil's Orchard. It's just like a quick little nature walk with lots of placards. You guys know I like my placards. I won't make you look at all the placards. Yeah, let's take a look. Looks like this nice pavement. And just a really pleasant, leisurely stroll. Some dynamic landscape. You know, you got the desiccated tree every once in a while. Are these ponderosa pines? I feel like I keep thinking that in my brain. I'm like, am I making that up? They are limber pines, according to this. Limber pines. All right, well, just about done with that. I don't know how long it was, but it could have been more than half a mile altogether. But it is a nice way to get a sense of the landscape. It is accessible because it's paved and smooth and pretty flat. And if you just want to come but not do anything hikey, you can still kind of get yourself into the landscape a bit with this. The placard's all centered around conservation efforts. Interesting information, food for thought there. And yeah, really nice place to stop and take a gander. All right, you guys, that's gonna wrap up my time here at Craters of the Moon. So cool. I really enjoyed my time here. The camping was so peaceful, and it is first come first serve, but I was there, I don't know, 4:45. There was still plenty of spots, so that's something to consider. And it did fill up by, I would say, about 9. I think that was the last car I saw coming in. Really peaceful though, very quiet spot. The facilities are sparkling clean. Like seriously, the cleanest pit toilets I've ever seen. They do have flushing toilets and running water too, and there's potable water at the campground. And that hike was so awesome. I did finally see on my way back at the very start of the trail, I saw a family of 4, and that was the only other folks I saw on the trail the whole morning. But really enjoyed my time here. It's such a unique and interesting spot, and I mean the landscape, you can't beat it. But I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this adventure. And there's somebody singing. And I look forward to sharing more journeys with you. We are still exploring Idaho, so stay tuned for more of that. And in the meantime, wishing you happy trails. Onward, friends. Take care. Bye.